Okay, hey David, so we're going to try this new way here of video here. We're looking at this area down by J, and because of the reconfigurations, because of the issues with the retail, as I mentioned to you before, this whole area has had to be reconfigured, and we replaced the DG area with water. Because of soil issues, correct? Shiro, is there anything else to add to why we're doing this?
Yeah, after soil came up, the water couldn't sit on the lower ground by itself with the DG. It was just too small of an area, so we had to choose one of them. So we choose water.
Okay, and so this was, I think I sent you a sketch the other day. This is an area that we were considering. We don't really like it down here. We've also looked at options in this zone because I really want this area to be more usable. And a new development we've been looking at is actually adding paths through here so that this zone becomes very rich in terms of its usability. And so the option that we're liking right now, actually, once we start to see all of the pavilions throughout the site, and one observation that we're looking at here is that this quad one that will be built first actually currently has 3 pavilions. You know, we have J, we have, is it G, and then what's the top one, Julia?
F.
F. Okay, so F. So one thought is, if we just that we're liking right now is to remove the pavilion from this lower area. Then these zones become more occupiable, and this whole space, I think, feels a lot better. Okay, but we're wondering if we could take J and actually relocate it to the next quad over. So that would give this GeoRift quad 2 pavilions like every other quad. So quad 1 has 2 pavilions, quad 2 has 2 pavilions, quad 3 has 2 pavilions, and quad 4 has. So there, it just feels, when you're standing here looking at the model, feels much more evenly distributed. And then also, obviously, we only have to think about detailing 2 pavilions now for this DD set coming up in July, not 3, which I think makes a lot of sense for us. Okay, so this little raised terrace has a little water body, and as you can see on the model, it just feels great. It's just set up already for a pavilion. I'm not sure why that hadn't occurred to us already. Like the idea of a pavilion here. It's quite a big space. It's just set up beautifully for a pavilion, but I don't love the idea of having this, my concern about this big concrete wall in this space. This space is supposed to be very intimate, is the idea. So one thought was that we didn't do a mushroom here, but did a donut. And this is F that we're showing. And this area currently is pavement, but we can reimagine that as DG and do a similar kind of situation that we're doing. And is it F? Is F?
Yeah.
That's the top one. So you can see it feels really nice. We've got a little water body here, and then we could do the whole tree scheme as well, plant trees in the middle. And one option that I think would be really exciting to look at, we're all, we think it's, might be a good scheme, is to take this F and actually make it bigger. David, you and I talked the night before last about that conceptually as an exciting idea. And we think that that might be one option that we would like to look at, making it bigger, ironically, which I think might is a bit counterintuitive, but I think it would actually make the landscape and the pavilion blend together much better. Another option is that we could just site it in a way that we keep the size of F, and there's a pavilion terrace and have trees inside it over DG, and then also keep this area open, so you have a little bit of open terrace as well, correct? So we're gonna keep looking at this, and let us know if this little technique works. It's a lot easier and a lot more conducive to the way we work, and then we don't have to, we can share things with you guys, but without having to make plans and PDFs and stuff, which we will do as well as things develop, but right now, obviously, we're working in 3D and physical model. So this is an idea. So what do you guys think? Giro, do you have anything else?
This one, obviously, the advantage of moving the pavilion here, obviously, is it's on the pedestal, it's more visible and central to the space. It's also close to the fire ramp that we are envisioning to be used as a pedestrian entry to this whole complex. So it's really close to that. It has a frontal almost relationship to it. So that's another thing that you can consider.
Right. So, and then I think as, Julia, why don't you try to zoom out and see the kind of general distribution of pavilions throughout the south side.
Okay.
It's, I think it feels really good. So, well, actually, we would need to put, no, this is the wrong pavilion, we know. Because we've been studying, Julia, show them all of our pavilion learning stations.
This is the learning
Okay.
station.
So Julia, this
Yeah.
is kind of, so pavilion, 2 pavilions in this quad, 2 pavilions in the second quad, 2 pavilions, third quad, and fourth quad. So we kind of like that today. So let us know what you guys think, and you know, obviously this zone is not what we need to focus on right now. This is not going to be part of our next drawing set. So really we'd be able to zoom in and really fit this mushroom into the lake and the donut pavilion into that north area of the site, which we are currently redesigning. That it's actually going to look quite a bit different, and we're currently working on those schemes, and we'll share the new versions of that with you guys soon. And we'll also be cutting a new model of that area. We're thinking, or what we'd like to do is keep the basic program elements, i.e. big pavilion, trees, and DG, same kind of thing. It probably is just going to move to the other side of the site with a large water body and a large simple landform is the palette we're still looking at, but that's in progress. Okay? That's it.
Good.